in a relationship, everybody comes with its own story. So we live in a world with lots of conflicts right now, and you're often saying that individuals are stuck in their own story in relationships. Do you think it's the same for countries? And would they need like an Esther Perel to help?
I wish I could say that there is something I can offer, but I typically let other people decide if what I do can help them, rather than me deciding that for them. So I do sit at tables of people who make big decisions in politics, in business, etc. And I realize that they often appreciate a relational perspective. You know, if two nations each, you know, or three nations, but you know, if countries and groups and communities are entrenched in a story, and they absolutely want a recognition for that story, it matters to actually understand what is empathic witnessing. You know, an empathic witness, somebody who says, yes, this is really something horrible that happened to you. If you don't do that, meaning something's going to happen to people. It happens on individuals and it happens to communities. I mean, this is, you know, it's also important to understand what is empathic distress. I can't listen to your suffering because I am mired in my own. Now, everybody understands that that happens in a couple, you know. Well, I don't care that you have had to fly and do and all of this because I was here at home alone taking care of my sick mother, you know.
Yeah.
So I have empathic distress, can't handle your pain because I'm seeped in mine. That happens between communities, that happens between countries. We know that couples often, when they argue, you can ask them not so much what it is that you're fighting about, but you can ask them what it is that you're fighting for. And that basically conflict is often about three predominant things: power and control, who makes the decisions, whose priorities matters more, who's on top, care and closeness, trust. Do you have my back? Can I lean on you? Can I trust you? And number three, respect and recognition. Do I matter? So it's power, trust, and value. It's basically the three main things that are underneath the topic. And I think that in relationships you learn to distinguish the form from the content. That often the form, thing underneath, the way it's shaped, is way more important than the content. If I have decided that you don't care about me, it doesn't matter if we're talking about emptying the dishwasher, my career, our children, our in-laws, our financial situation, it doesn't matter. I will interpret everything through the filter. If I think that you are racist, I will interpret everything through the lens of racism. If I think you are sexist, classicist, I mean, any of those lenses that basically shape our worldview will influence the way I interpret everything you say and do, to the point of distortion. The next piece, and that's probably the last one and the more current one, is polarization. Polarization happens when people can't handle the complexity of a situation. And basically, holding the complexity means that you have to hold contradictions. I want my country, but I need to cede territory. I want peace, but I also don't want you to invade me. I want, you know, if I am alone, I have generally to grapple with both sides inside of me. But when you have two parties, two people, two communities, two countries, you can easily say, I want A, and you are B. I want peace. You don't want peace.
Yeah.
And I never have to talk about the part of me that doesn't necessarily want peace. And I never have to inquire about the part of you or the people in your country, because governments and people are not the same thing, who actually do want peace. So you split the ambivalence, you project the other part onto the other group, usually the part that you don't want to hold, and you polarize. And now you can go to war.